let's talk about budget. So I haven't budgeted for a little while now. And I was thinking about it like, why haven't I budgeted? And I think it's just because we're fortunate to be in a position where we don't need to budget we don't need to like carefully watch our money. We have enough. But that also means that there's money that's just kind of like flowing out of our bank account and we're not paying attention to it, and it should be watched more carefully if we were responsible adults. So my goal this year is to budget more and to be more on top of it. So I thought today we would go through kind of what I have for a budget and just kind of share what I'm planning on doing. All right, I got changed and now we're going to do a budget on my computer. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you guys can see exactly what my numbers are and just kind of get an idea of what I'm working with, and so that I'm upfront and honest with you when I go do my check-ins. So let's do this. I just closed the screen that I needed. Oh, brother. I think it's totally professional, right? I think so. Okay, there we go. Let's do this. So here on the left, I have our monthly fixed expenses. I have it broken down from the 1st to the 14th and from the 15th to the 31st. I have on the left are the days of the month where these things come out, and except for the variable expenses. The variable expenses has their own line here, and here in the middle is where I have them listed of the things that we buy. So things like our tithing, which is 10% of our income, our home and grocery expenses. So these are things like our food, toothpaste, toilet paper, diapers, all that kind of stuff. Then there's auto and gas. This is expenses for maintenance of our vehicles, as well as gasoline, oil. Then shopping. This is primarily my Amazon purchases mostly. I have $50 listed here. That's my goal. These will be primarily like our green light and yellow light purchases. So for the whole month, the variable expenses are $2,646.67. And then if I divide it in half, because I'm going to pay for half for the first half of the month, half for the second half of the month, it'll be $1,323.33. So that is listed here under the 1st and the 14th, and down here for the 15th and the 31st. So some of the things on that are due the 1st of the month are mortgage, daycare, accident insurance for my husband. He has a job where he's working. He needs his body to be able to work. And so we have accident insurance in case he gets injured and cannot work. Then we have Netflix subscription, our internet, our power, and this is red because it's like a variable expense. And $220 is kind of on the high side, so that allows me to have a little bit of flexibility in the budget if it's not that high. Then there's donations, so I have a couple donations that I do, and the kids' allowance are half variable expenses, and then the total for the first half of the month is $4,213.33. Then we come down to the second half of the month. We have kids' savings. This is an RESP savings account. We have insurance for our vehicles, and there are 4 vehicles that we have that we insure. Then we have our home insurance. I have automatic savings that withdraws, goes directly into our savings account. And you'll see that a little bit later. Then we have property taxes that we pay. Our gas. This is also red because it is variable depending on how much gas we need to heat the house. We have MasterCard balance, and currently it's at $52 because we have a balance on the MasterCard. So that'll go down as the MasterCard goes down. We have life insurance for both me and my husband. We pay for 3 cell phone bills for myself and the 2 older kids. My husband's cell phone bill is taken care of by his work, so we don't have to pay for that. I have a couple more donations at the end of the month, and then our bank fee and the other half of the variable expenses. So the total for the second half of the month is $3,030.33. So those are just those things. Then we have subscriptions. So we have yearly subscriptions like AMA. This is for our automobiles. If we get stranded somewhere, AMA would come and help fix the vehicle or tow it away. Then we have Amazon Photos. There's Disney Plus, and that goes up this year to $149. We have our vehicle registration. This I have listed as $300, although it will probably be a little bit more than that. It was $280 last year, and so we have 4 vehicles now instead of just 3, so we got to pay more for that. We do pest control for our home, so we have our home sprayed for flies and for spiders, and that's $263 a month. Then we have our MasterCard fee. We have a GoDaddy domain that I have, sorry, and it hasn't become anything yet. Well, I kind of tried, but it wasn't successful, so I left it. So I still have the domain that I pay for, although I'll probably let it go. I have an Amazon Prime account, and so we pay $104 for that. I find that that is reasonable for me because I do a lot of Amazon shopping. Then we have Nintendo. We have Switches here at home, so that pay for our games. We have the Plan to Eat app. So when I do my meal planning video, I'm going to share more about the Plan to Eat app. It's really awesome. The great part is that you can use it for planning your recipes. So you can put them into a calendar and you can see what groceries you need for those things, all that kind of stuff. So I'm super excited about that. And then we have Heart and Bones yoga subscription. That's mine. And we do a Dollar Shave Club quarterly. So that's $27 a quarter. So the total yearly and quarterly expenses are $13.63, and per month comes out to $113.58. Then we have these things here on the right are variable house expenses. So the house doesn't always need certain things, but there are certain things that come up. So this year we're going to have our vents cleaned, heating vents cleaned. And then next year we'll do our water and sewer tanks need to be sanitized, and we'll get family photos. We got family photos last September, so we'll do them next year too. And then here in the activities and events, kids' sports, swimming, tumbling, friend birthdays. So this is if the kids get invited to a friend's party, then they have money to pay for their present. Family vacations, I'm hoping to keep it within the $1,500 mark, but like I said earlier, experiences are going to be on the top of my list this year for spending money, so if we have to go over that, that's okay. Then we have holidays, things like Valentine's, Easter, Halloween, buying candy and stuff for that mostly. 200 seems kind of high too, so it probably won't be that much. Then we have Christmas, and $1,500 is like most of what we spent this year. We spent more this year, so I want to try to keep it within $1,500 because, like I said, I want experiences to top that. So if I'm going to put more money into something, it's going to be family vacations instead of Christmas. School fees, we have 2 kids in school, one in junior high, one in elementary. We pay $5.46 for their school fees, and that includes a hot lunch once a week for our boy that is in elementary. And then our family birthdays, $100 for each of us, give or take. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. So that for both the house variable expense and for the events and activities, it's $5,601 a year. And so per month, it's $466.75. So I throw that on over here to the left. And we have all of our expenses listed here, and they're totaled here underneath of our monthly income. So our monthly income is $84.66.67, and that is here on the top on the right. So my husband's take home is $3,500, Canada Child Tax Benefit of $750. We each have side jobs. My husband is a volunteer firefighter, so he gets paid for that when he goes to the calls. I do drafting plans for people for like houses and things. My husband also works here on the farm, so he gets paid from the farm as well as from local farmers who he does jobs for. And then my take home is $3,200. So that is our total, $84.66. So we are in the good, $642.67. So now, jumping over here to this next page, we have our debt and savings snowball. So money that we have to go towards our debt is $642.67. So our debt, besides our mortgage, is our MasterCard. And right now it's at $4,043.10. So we can put that $600 onto the MasterCard until it gets paid off. And our savings, like I was saying, $300 goes into our savings automatically every month. So you'll notice it's 52, then 55, 58, and then we're jumping because we are expecting tax returns. So we expect to get about $7,000 for tax return. We're putting $3,000 aside for truck repairs because my husband's truck, that's 20 years old, needs a new motor. So that's what that's for. And then the other $4,000 we're going to put towards both savings and the MasterCard. We'll probably put more on the MasterCard, pay all that debt off, but for this example, I didn't quite get that. What I did was just put $2,000 on MasterCard and $2,000 on savings. And then the next month, when the MasterCard is paid off, there's a remainder of $527. That can go right on savings as well. So that will get that money. And then starting in June, we should be able to put that whole $642 into savings, including the $300 that I put in automatically. So it's going to go up by $1,000, and that's why it's jumping so quickly there at the end. I also failed to mention that we have some gift cards from Christmas that we will be adding to our Amazon account so that when I make an Amazon purchase, it would just come out on a gift card, and I'll keep track of that. So they total about $1,000, and I'll add that to my monthly check-in at the end of the month here, and we'll kind of see where we're at with that. So yeah, that was it. That's my budget. So like I said, we're not struggling students right now. We are making some money. We're a family. We both are in our 40s, and so, you know, we have good jobs and stuff, which is so helpful. We're very fortunate and we're very grateful, and we're trying to be practical with our money and trying to save it and pay off our debts. And I know that I've been a little flippant with my budget over the last year or so, and so I just really want to nail down and just set some good goals and yeah, do some things that we want. And when I say flippant, I don't mean totally flippant, but I could have been further ahead than I am, but I had some other priorities that I was putting my money towards, and it wasn't savings. So this year it's going to be savings, and we're going to get it paid, all of our debt paid off. Well, not all of our debt. We have mortgage, so other than mortgage, all of our debt will be paid off, and then hopefully we can keep it that way. Like I said, we have old vehicles, so eventually we're gonna have to buy a newer vehicle probably, but I'll probably never buy a new vehicle because that's just not my personality. So what I did want to offer you guys was to you guys can go into a link at the bottom of the video, and I'm gonna have the Google Sheets my budget worksheet is in there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please like this video. It really helps me out. Have a great week. Hopefully you are warm where you are. It is freezing cold here, but hopefully you can stay warm.